Kadosh, Boker Tov, Ben Ish Hai, Parashat Teze. We're talking about on the Nachalah of the Ben Ish Hai, which today is the 13th of Elul. Amen. So it's very appropriate, right, to learn the Ben Ish Hai. The Ben Ish Hai says in the Pticha, in the introduction of the Parasha, Lo yeh lecha bechisecha even va'aven gedula uktana. You're not allowed to have in your pockets different stones which are big and small. V'lo yeh lecha bevetecha. It should not be in your houses. Efa ve'efa, different measures. Gedula uktana. What are we referring to? Obviously, it means that we cannot come and start cheating or start doing different. We're going to call them. How do you call this? We're not going to, you're not allowed to have different types of measurements. That way you would steal from people, but you're not going to have the correct measures, right? Measurements. Okay? It appears with Sietze Dishmaya. Look what I wrote somewhere else. Because the sin of Adam Rishon, there was 39 curses. Yeah? The Israel and the Jews, through the tikkun that we do with 3 times ahava. Remember that ahava is 13. 13 times 3, 39. Shehem ahava b'maaseh, ahava b'dibur, ahava b'machashava. So it's 3 times ahava in our actions, in our speech, and in our minds. Shehem mispar tal, which is 39 tal. Okay? The gamod shalosh pa'amim ahava. And also another 3 times ahava, which is written in the pasuk, which means that there's going to be 3 times you have to love Hashem. How do you love Hashem? With all your heart, all your soul, and all your properties. So it's another 3 ahavas. Shehem ahava bishnei yitzerecha, which is the ahava with your 2 yetzer, is your good inclination, your good king in the back, and your good inclination, bad inclination. Also 3 times ahava, which is gematria tal. Bazeh me'afchim et alat. Shulashon arira letziruf tal. Because therefore now what we do is we take lat. You know what lat is? Lat is a curse. Light, lat. Right? Lat is a curse. You're changing the curse to tal. Right? There you get the shefa from the tal. It makes sense because we said that there's always going to be tal, if you remember. Right? Tal is due. But from talotiyot, from the 39 letters, shel ein bet samer gimel mem hei veben, which means if you're going to take the name of Hashem, Yud Ke Vav Ke, and you're going to spell it out like the Shem Ayin Bet, or the Samech Gimel, or the Mem Hey, or the Ben, you're going to have 39 letters. V'lachen, and therefore, Yesh B'Shabbat Azhara Betal Melachot. There's going to be the 39 Melachot, there's going to be an Azhara. V'chol Zeh, and all of this is going to be, B'Yisrael, is going to be Israel, just like it says, Abocher be'amo Yisrael be'ahava. What does that mean? Ba'avur ahava, for the ahava. It is Abocher be'amo Yisrael be'ahava. Ba'avur ahava, for the ahava. Aval ha'akum, the goy, Yishaer etzlam tziluf lametet, they still have the lametet, which is Lashon Harira, which is going to be cursed. Ve'lachen Yisrael mitorer Shem, and that's why the Bnei Yisrael, we have the name, this name. This is actually the name on the mezuzah on the bottom, if you pay attention. But some people don't have that name, they don't write it down. Shemisparo tal, the mispar is tal, liftoach kivrotehem, le'atid b'tchiyah, because that's the name which will open up the kevers, le'atid lavo. Mashen kera akum, but nevertheless, the akum, the nishar etzam tziluf lametet, they have the lametet. Hineh, and behold, the fresh ben tziluf tal, uben tziluf lametet. The difference between tal and lametet is tziluf tal, ota katan b'mispar, kodem agadol b'mispar, which means, what is tal? You have tet before the lamed, the smaller number before the bigger number. V'gam hu b'sed yashar, and it's also alphabetical orders. Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Dalet, Tet comes before Lamed. Shenkem and Tzuruf Tal, but when you do Lat, the opposite. You have the Lamed before the Tet, right, which is the bigger number 30 before the number 9, and number 2 also it's backwards. You have the bigger letter before the smaller letter. So Yadua Shotiyot Nikru Avanim. Do you know that letters are called stones? And therefore, since the Jews, they go on the right path and straight. It's Lamish Siruf Tal Shu said Yashar, so everything goes straight. Masheenkem, on the other hand, right? Akum Sholchim Lachor, Akum that they go backwards. Yet some Siruf Lat Shu Beseder Achor. It goes the other way around. Bine, and behold, Hameuvat Ameavet Mashkolot. If somebody is going to come and he's going to destroy the mishkalot, which means that he's going to come and he's going to do iniquity in the weights. Yesh bebeto efa ve'efa gedola uktana, ve'hainu, which means say ukoneh gedola u'melcha b'ktana. He's buying the big one, then he's selling the smaller one. Zeu avel kashe. It's a terrible sin. Umar mishe, and it's bitter from two sides. Lachen, and therefore yitapchu otiyot tal otiyot lat. That's why the letters tal become lat. Midah k'neged midah, k'vet shu koneh gedola u'melcha b'ktana. So he's doing an avel. He's doing an iniquity. And this is what the seder is rishut. First he's using the bigger one to buy, and then afterwards he's using the smaller one to sell. First the chemani buys from the tagar, then afterwards he sells yad al yad. So first he's making the gdola, and then afterwards the ktana. Therefore it's bedin that he should switch the otiyot tal to lat. We know that the body is called a kis. Because the body is the goof is the kis for the nefesh. You should not be in your body. Everything is talui in this. And how? היינו עשיית העוול שיקנה בגדולה וימכור בקטנה. ובאופן אחר נראה לי סייעתא דשמיא. He wants to now bring another explanation now, right? ויש להבין תחילה למה במשקלות שהם אבן ואבן. What does it mean here? Right, the משקלות אותם על אבן ואבן. נקי בכיסך. What does it say בכיסך? אבל משקלות, you don't put the משקלות in your pockets, right? אלא גם הם הולכים איתו. It's also in your house, right? Just like the ephah. So he says, ועוד למה חילקם לשתי חלוקות? Why did he split it up? אבל למי אמר? Even why did it do like two different psukim? Why does this specifically, this avera is called the toava of HaKadosh Baruch Hu? So he says, right, Zal בכתיבת יד הפסוק מאזני צדק אבני צדק אני השם אלוקיכם תנודע ארבע מרות יש באדם. Do you know that a person has 4 different things inside of him? Right, different like mara. Mara is what we're going to say now. Mara duma, right? Mara shchora, mara yiruka, mara levana. Right, so there's got, I don't know how you literally translate this. Because usually mara shchora, they say the black, how do you call it? I don't know, but it's right. So he says like this: Yesh lahem shiur mugbal lekiyum adam. So they have a special amount in the human being. If one of them is going to be more than the other ones, yitavu cholaim badam. So a person becomes sick. If it comes too much, yamut, he'll die. If it's equal, so we covered that. So the way the human being is supposed to be. The moznaim, the weights, are connected in the yud ke vav ke. The shalshelet shebe'emtza amud shekonim ta baravi shaila, because basically this, you know, the one which is hanging, which is the shalshelet. You have, it's usually they hang it, they hang the scale from the top. Nowadays they usually put them on the table, but once upon a time it used to be hung from the ceiling, right? So that hanging of it is connected to yod. The amud of the means the pillar which is upholding the scale is connected to vav. Shte kapot, the 2 different sides are connected to haze, which are makablim the shefa minatiyot yud vav, what we just mentioned. Mashpim leolamot bekav amidah, right? Mashitzich lahem, mashichol mismol. They give to each one according to what they need. Therefore, shokel chaser. In order, so therefore, if someone is going to be shokel chaser, he's not going to see a simam bracha. And that's why he says, "Moz netzedek av netzedek ani Hashem lokchem." לרמוז כי המאזניים לא מזל לשמי, אני השם אלוקיכם, שרמוז משמי במאזניים. My name is hinted in the מאזניים. ואיך תשקול בעוול, how are you going to come, you're going to start making problems with your skills and start cheating people. הנה ידוע הנצון, המרות של אדם מוטל בכיס, המרות is inside the keys. בעיקר, which is inside, right, I think it's a bladder, I think it is. בעיקר בריאות האדם הוא שיהיו שקולים במידה שכתב להם השם יתברך בטבע, that it should be equal, according to the Baruch Hu put in the nature, שלא תעלה ותגבר לך וחברתה, that one should not become stronger than another one, ואמא, אני אעשה במסיים שתעלה כף, זו על חברתה ודרך אבל וממה, if a person will come and he'll start cheating out, אז גם במרות יתקלקל המשכן, so for also in the body, it will get off, you know, off balance, ותעלה לך לחברתה, שלא כראוי, וזה יהיה קלקול גדול בבריאת האדם, בבריאות האדם, so he won't be healthy, ויחלה, he'll become sick. וזהו שאמר, that's what it says, ויהיה לך בכיסך, וכיס המנה, אבן ואבן, שתי המרות שיש לך שם גדולה וקטנה, רוצה לומר לא תתגבר אחת החברתה, שיהיו אז גדולה וקטנה. יהיו שקולים ושווים equal ושווים. אם תצא כך, אז צריך אתה להיזהר שלא יהיה לכיסך, בביתך, איפה ואיפה, גדולה וקטנה. כי אם תתקלקל זה, if you're going to come and you're going to ruin the weights, right? Right. So then also גם משקל המרות שבכוחו יקלקל. So also that will be a problem. שלא שקולים ביחד. אלא תגבר אחת, לך ותביאו שתיהם אחת ולא קטנה שביטו. ולזה אמר, therefore it says, למען יאריכון ימים על האדמה, that you have long life. כי בריאות האדם, because the health is dependent upon this. שלא יתקבלו המרות אחת על אחת. ואם תאמר, so he says, okay, למה כל כך יהיה חמור? Why is this so? ממש, it depends, you mean your health? Depends on this? What's going on? That's why he says, כי תאהבת השם, it's תאהבת השם. Why? Because you're being פוגם in the name of Hashem. You're making a pagam, a defect in the Shem Havaya. וזה פירש מה שאמר ישעיה הנביא. בך יגע מה? היה סופר, היה שוקל. What does that mean? שתיים ראותים. היכה במספר, one of them is in the numbers. שמונה מעול לחברו מטה במניין. You come, you start counting, and you start purposely, you make the wrong count. יש מטה במשקל. Some of you, they do it not in the numbers, but rather in weights. האדם חושב שעושה מעשהו למטה בגשמיות בלבד. He thinks, what's the big deal? I'm just doing a גשמיות. זה לא. שבאמת הוא נוגע גם למעלה, touches up above, שפוגם באותיות השם ברוך הוא, דכתיב השם צילך על יד ימיניך, כלומר כדמיון הצל, just like the צל, כן הוא דמה שנעשה למטה, נעשה דבר כנגדו למעלה, whatever you do down below, it's going to become above, הם בטוב להפך. Okay, so here we're going to speak about משקלות. So הלכה א', okay? צריך לשקול יפה בעין יפה, you have to come and you have to weigh with a good measurement, שנאמר ואין שלמה בצדק יהיה לך, צדק משלך ותן לו, you have to actually be צדק from your own, and you have to give it to him. לכן צריך למדוד בעין יפה, you have to do בעין יפה, שנאמר לפי שלמה בצדק. וכמה עין יפה, how much is עין יפה? אחד מ-100 בלח, 1 in 100 in לך, ואחד מ-400 ביבש, and 1 in 400 in יבש. לפי שלח נדבק, because whatever is moist, it gets clinged on. וכל זה הוא שיעור במקום שנהגו לשקול עין בעין, that's only if they do it exact. כל שנהגו להכריע בלפתי כמה דברים, חייב להכריע טפח במיני מאכל ומשתה, אבל בשאר דברים די בהכרעה מותרת. He says if it's other things, it's fine, but if it's going to be food, right, and drinks, you have to do it like with a tefach. ובלבד שיהיה אחד מ-400, as long as it's going to be 1 in 400, ואם הוא פחות מליטר, it's going to be less than a liter, אף לאוכלים ומשקים צריך you don't need a טפח, פה איננו בדד מנהג ברור זה, לכן יזהרו לפחות בשיעור זה, you should be very careful, שהוא אחד מ-100 בלח, it should be 1 in 100 in לך, and 1 in 400 in היבש. Number 2, כל הלכה ב', כל המשאב בביתו בחרותו משקל חסר ומידה חסרה עובר בלא תעשה. If you're going to leave into your house, or in your store, a weight, a measuring which is not correct, you are over on a negative commandment. שנאמר לו יהיה בחסך, even if you're not going to use it, you're also over on the עבירה. נמצא עליו זה עובר עליו אפילו בעת תפילת הנעילה. Even during the time of תפילה הנעילה. But he's got it in his house, or in his store. He's over על this עבירה. ודין דבר דומה לזה, which is compared to this, שלא ישש שטר פרוע, you shouldn't leave a document which is already paid off into your house, כמה שמטבע שנוחו שמצפה בכסף, or for example, you have a copper coin, but they did it silver plated. So you give it out, they think that, but it's forged. It's like a counterfeit, right? I mean, if you come and you're giving it out, you're not allowed to leave it in your house. התורה, הלכה ג', התורה הקפידה על מידות ומשקלות כלשהו. The Torah was מקפיד on these different things in a כלשהו. שאם שקל במשקל חסר או מידה חסרה ממנהג המדינה, because if it was going to be in חסר, or מידה חסרה כמנהג המדינה, אפילו דבר מועט, עובר בלא תעשה, you're going to be עובר בלא תעשה. זה לא תעשו עוול במשוואה, מידה במשקל מסורה, ואמרו חז"ל, so the חז"ל say, כאשר עונשן של מידות ומשקלות יום של עריות. Do you know that it's even more difficult to punishment of מידות ומשקלות, even more than עריות. ושזה גוזל את הרבים, because here you're stealing from everybody. עריות, you didn't have it out with a woman, fine. But it's one woman, you have it, fine. Here you didn't have it out for how many people? They all come there buying, but you remember all the people. Impossible. Even though he said, but you're going to do tzorchei rabim, and zu tshuva haguna. It is not a proper teshuvah. But that's what he said. He said, if you steal from people, you don't know who you stole from, do tzorchei rabim. He says, it's not tshuva haguna. That's not a proper tshuva. The proper tshuva is bemet, right? It's to do properly. If you don't have any other option, this is what you're going to do. Daled. Even though we said, you're not supposed to mean משקלות from different types of metals, כי אם מצחיח סלע, other than the סלע, במקום מזמן הזה נהגו לעשות משקלות ומתכות, they made it on metal, על פי חוקי הממשלה, כי הממשלה עושים אותם בחוקי הממשלה, they make it with their own signatures, מוסדם וכל אדם צריך לזה, and they give them out, so everyone understands that, and they accept it. ולכן, and therefore, even though with all the days, נחסרים מעט, כולם יד האחי, so they accept it, which means that nowadays, it changed a little bit. Why? Because first of all, now they use it with metal, they use this. You understand? That's how they do it. Miu, nevertheless. What happens if you have the storekeepers that they sell shemen shum shemim, oil of sunflower oil, And what happens is with their kelim, exactly, and all of a sudden now they get like teeth and things like that become. That means all of a sudden it gets like a coating of the fats and all these things. That now when you come and you pick up the oil, you've got less oil because the spoon or whatever it is, the ladle or whatever it is that you're measuring with already has a coating. היא חסרה. לכן צריך לנקותו היטב, he has to clean it 2 פעמים בשבוע, twice a week. וכל שמנים נדבקים, מקבצים בו, from any type of sediment, which is going to get connected to it, כיוון שהוא מוכר תדיב, אז he's always selling. אבל אלו שיש להם מקום שהם they have their own, it says here, בית הבד, they go like a oil press, okay, בזאר, I don't know what it says here, yeah? ששם עושים מלאכת השם ומוכרים לחנוונים בכלי גדול שקוראים בערבי, Paraj, it says over here, it's a Hechal zechukit gadol lenozlim. It's like a very big utensil used for liquids. שם עושים מלאכת השם ומוכרים חנמנים מכלי גדול שקוראים, אין אלו מוכרים מודדים מזה תדיר כמו החנמני, וגם עוד, not only that, אין אלו דרכן להשעות המידה ההפוכה, כלי הלוקח אחד, שנפסק ממנו כלו, אחד שתיב ממנו 3 טיפים. They come and they leave it upside down until 3 drops finishes. So therefore they could always get Dina Siton, so then you have to do it at least once every 30 days. You are cleaning this utensil. Okay? Hey, somebody that's a chenvani that is going to be shokel something which is liquid, like for example, that means something which is moist. For example, we're not talking about a liquid which is nozlim, but rather davar lach. So for example, tmanim or basar, you have to always wipe it off. You have to clean it once a week. As many times your hands are dirty. So you could get dirty the mishkal, and now it's going to have a heavier weight. You're also losing out. Right? And it's actually even better for the lokiach. No, but also you're going to buy something. So if you're going to buy something, so it comes out that you're stealing. Shouldn't be rust. Because if it's going to be rust, so then it's going to be chaser. Halacha vav. Even if you're going to do it to an ochli, you're going to be over and lo taseh. You're being mateh goy. Some people think you could cause a goy to make a mistake and then you keep the money. No, it's asur. It's mamash geneva. And that's also called that you're doing a toavat Hashem and abomination, and you're doing aven. The same halacha applies to a goy. They went and they brought down from the Parashat Shamar Eliyahu, he went and he said, somebody came and he went in front of me. He only had chumash, but he didn't have mishnah. He told me, Rabbi, there was a story that somebody came and he sold 4 kurim of tmarim, of dates. And I came and I measured it, right, in a dark house. And he told me, you and your God, you know what you're doing for me. I'm lacking 3 saying. אמרתי לו, ברוך המקום בנו של לפניו, לא עוולה ולא מסוף פנים. What does that mean? כתוב אומר, לא תעשור ולא תגזול, וגזל לגוי אסור. ופשוב למקום אחר, כי השק עושק. What does that mean? So you see from here that HaKadosh Baruch Hu actually paid him back. And therefore it's spilled, and then that's it. So if you see from here that it's a sur to also steal from the goy, here, even though you're going to say, I'm not stealing, but you're being mateh the goy. Mateh the goy is also, you're make a mistake. That's also going to be a sur. Halacha zayin, sur lignov or ligzol kol shu. You're not allowed to steal or steal anything. Remember, geneva and gezela, the difference is whether it's privately or publicly, in front of people. Din Torah. Whether it's a Jew or a goy, whether it's a minor or a regular Jew, that's above bar mitzvah, bat mitzvah. Even if the goy came and caused the suffering, he said, it's even worse. For sure he's not going to be mochen. Furthermore, the gorem not only that, the goy is going, the goy is going to come afterwards. The sad of the goy, right, or the malach of the goy is going to come and he's going to steal the Shem Kadosh and he said, midah kedeg midah. And it's very, very deep, and therefore you have to be very, very careful with this. Chet. Even though less than sheva pruta, mamon, right? Eno mamon, it's not considered money. You don't have to give it back to him. But it's going to be Solomon. They're not going to be makpid. Right? You go, for example, you talk to some chavila, so imagine you're taking a piece of wood and you're using it as a toothpick. But you took it from the fence or from whatever it is, mutar, it's going to be mutar. Nevertheless, midah chassidut is that you should stay away from it. But if you come and you take a kisam from the house of your friend, from something which is like you have a fan or something like that, and this thing, and you're doing that. Shu kli arug, which is the utensil which is used from alela lulavin, from the leaves of the palm trees. So if you make they use, I mean, they use like a labaniko, and you come and you take off a piece of thing and you're using it as a toothpick. Even though the kesam is something from what, but you're being mazik umafsid it, because now it's not a labaniko anymore. So it's going to be very old, and there's no ifsed, so then you could take it to use it for your teeth. Right? You have to be very, very careful. Who's going to be mochel? Okay?